YouTube friends, I hope you guys are having a great day. So, I've been feeling a little frustrated with myself, and I haven't been able to read my Bible like I've been wanting to, or pray or meditate. I've been feeling sluggish, tired, even though I've been taking my medications to help me get energy, like just vitamins in general, not like, anything that's gonna harm me. It's all natural supplements, vitamins. They're good for you. Take vitamin B12, vitamin B6, vitamin B, and then just, vitamin D, ashwagandha, all these great nutritional stuff that's been helping me, especially been helping me keep my weight down, and it helps control my cortisol. So when my stress levels are high, I can work with it and not make it stay in my fat zone. Pretty much is what it is. And I noticed one thing as I was reading the Bible the other day, how cluttered my closet was, because I clean my room practically almost every week. The problem that I have is that I don't clean it. I always put the closet aside. So I have the closet where I just put everything in there, and I threw everything in there. And I finally cleaned it today, and I feel peace, clarity, and it's just like, oh. So I always say, tackle one thing at a time. And with this came in mind, I was thinking of a vision board of how I vision myself, and I felt like God was telling me, visualize yourself, like meditate, but visualize yourself with me. So give me 1 second, I'll show you guys what I mean. That's my closet stuff, everything that was in my closet. Now look at it now. All those cans is from what my son does. He likes to throw them on my side of the closet and just made him clean up all my cans, throw out the water, and just put them in there. Now I gotta get that out and take it to recycling bin because we got so many. This is my bed. What is left of my bed. Now I gotta clean it off, get everything situated, and then I'll show you guys later how I finished. Sorry, I got a phone call from my son. He's at his dad's. And he was calling me, telling me he's getting ready to go to bed. And I'm like, you should have been in bed a long time ago. So, sorry about that. But I'm back. So, my closet, as you can tell, it looks a lot better. It's just a little cluttered, but looks a lot better. And I'm still trying to finish the details of how I'm going to completely I organized the bottom part and the top part. I just haven't done the sides yet because it's I'm taking it one step at a time. Like the book that I'm reading, it says tackle it one step at a time so you don't get overwhelmed. And it's hard because I know for a lot of women, the way we feel, especially as a mother, we feel like we failed because we have a dirty house, or we don't look a certain way because our children's drain us because we're constantly feeding them, looking after them, making sure they're not doing anything they're not supposed to do, being their protector 24/7. It wears you out. While the parent, hopefully significant other, if you're not a single mother, having to go to work. Or if you have to play both roles and have to work, it's difficult. And trust me, I understand. It's difficult. It's just hard as it is. And I applaud you, women, for holding up the front. Because it's hard as a woman to stand tall and try to raise your children and put a roof over their head and then be like, okay, I'm okay. So I started reading the Bible, as you guys know, and I've been doing more of that because I haven't really been doing that. I would just read phrases and be like, oh, that's the verse of the day, and that's what I would do. But I need to read more into it and meditate more into it. So what I've been doing, instead of meditating like how I was meditating, how the law of attraction would say, is I would physically now meditate and talk to God. The same way I'm talking to you is the same way I meditate and I talk to God. I close my eyes and I practice my breathing, and then I say, okay, this is my situation here. I need you to counsel me. He may not answer me right now, but that's just how I feel. And then the thing that came to mind was a vision board. No, I haven't. He's like, you don't have to print it out. You can put it on your phone. So I have it as my screensaver, and I'll show you guys the picture on here of my vision board. And I created a vision board for one reason: to visualize how I want to see myself, how I want to see my goals. So I have one for what defines happiness for you. What defines happiness for you? Because nobody can make you happy but you. So you have to figure out what makes you happy. And sometimes it may be just being able to share a smile with your children. That's what makes me happy, is whenever I'm able to smile and my son smile back at me and be like, oh, because those are my proud moments. My son's 12. He's getting older. He's really smart. And I've been trying to teach him be aware of his surroundings, because right now in this society, especially where I live at, there's been a lot of missing children that are 13, 16, 12, and around his age. And they just recently found a person of interest who completely said he's not guilty, but found his DNA. I haven't really read the whole story yet, but did find his DNA on the girl that was sexually assaulted and murdered. And it's just girl that's been missing, and I think there's 3 more. There's a 16-year-old, another 13-year-old boy, and then another boy that's missing, and they're trying to find them. And they believe that they were sold into sex trafficking here in California, in Bakersfield. So I was trying to watch the news and tell my son, this is why nowadays it's hard for a mother to let you go out and play by yourself like we used to, and run around like we used to, because the world, it's not the same. But we have to envision our world in our own and how we want it to be. We can't change anybody, but be the change that you want to see. So it has to start with you. So that's why I started planting my own seed. I've been doing the vision board of me. I've been investing in stock. And that was my last video that I just did. And, to show you guys how I'm still doing my stock. And then I have one with my heart. What keeps me happy is God. Is knowing that God loves me and that I am loved by God and saved by His grace, because I am not perfect, because I am a sinner. And then I know that Jesus Christ came into my life and saved me. And I know that that's what makes me happy, is knowing that His presence is always with me. And I may not get the answers that I need when I meditate and I cry out to Him, but He will respond in His own beautiful way. And it's His beautiful timing. Like, I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know it's going to happen, And I always want people to visualize how they want their lives to be, pictures. So I put a picture of a romance, because I've been a romance, like romantic marriage, what is marriage to you, I always tell people that are married or dating, what is romance? What is marriage? To me, this is how I view a marriage, and I always tell these people, is a marriage is like a little seed that you're starting to plant. So you start watering every day. He has to water it just as much as you do so that it can grow properly. And yes, mistakes are going to happen. But if you listen to today's society in the world, they'd be like, girl, he doesn't respect you. You don't need him. You need to find you a real man. He ain't or she's just a bitch and words, everything. And she's always nagging at me and blah, blah, blah. And she don't give me none. And it's always something negative. And if that's the kind of relationship you want, you're going to create that. And don't create something beautiful with words that speak fruits of labor. For instance, I always tell my son, you are loved by me and by God, that you are loved, and know that. And then speak words that will reaffirm affirmation. That's what it is. God created us not for mistake. You weren't a mistake no matter what your situation was. You were not made as a mistake. You are loved, and just know that. So with that said, I made my vision board. I love my vision board that I have on my phone. And I pray about it every day. I look at it and I say, God, this is what I want. This is what I need in my life. is for just you to just be my vision. And then I just affirm it. Yes, thank you. And always be grateful for just everything and anything you don't have. For instance, they say that term, make it into you fake it until you make it. Not necessarily, but yes, you know, I am grateful for the house that I don't have, because one day I will own that house, you know, and I visualize myself like, okay, mentally, I'm prepared myself emotionally, physically, financially to be able to afford that. And I tell God, please help me to stay focused and do the right so that I don't sway the other way, and financially I could do the right thing and go the right way. Technically, those are the things that I've been working on so I can tackle. So if you feel sluggish, down, and sad, take a good look at yourself and know that you are loved and that you are a beautiful soul within and out. Your children love you. And depression is real. And challenges are the best things. It starts with one step at a time. So if you got a messy room, tackle it one step at a time. And you'll see clarity. I can already feel clarity over my room. Like, I prayed over it and I was like, whoa, my God, my closet finally looks clean. Look, it doesn't look all trashy. I don't have it piled up like I did over here. So clarity is important. And you can't think with messiness. And that's why you end up creating more of that. I hope you guys find these tutorials and this message very helpful. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed. And I do read the comments. Thank you so much for all of you who comment. I appreciate it. And all your subscribes. I thank you so much for subscribing for my channel. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I pray that you get blessed and that you continue to have a great rest of your life. And don't forget that you are loved and you are important in life. Something good will come of you. Is just tackle it one day at a time. Bye. This is my vision board, guys. So this is what I envision for myself.